Hi, I'm Sasha.
Hi, I'm Kirsten.
Hi, I'm Saquon Barkley.
I hate you.
And this is Mess Magnets.
We're back, baby.
Yes.
The Eagles are flying. All the hotties have won.
Yes.
Period.
In front of the face of evil.
Okay, say it again.
Okay.
Oh
Now,
my
what was
god.
not on my bingo card was Serena Williams. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it. I have a whole presentation.
I can't wait. It's so good.
Oh my god. But
Even I enjoyed the Super Bowl this year. And that's,
because
I barely
the right
understand the
people,
sport.
because the right people won. That's all I'll
Okay.
say.
Somebody at work today was like the new barometer for how you could tell whether or not you like somebody is like, so what did you think about that halftime performance?
That's so real because my office meeting today was just my boss being like, you know what? I'm kind of glad I'm an Orthodox Jewish woman because I think I would have been a black militant otherwise. She's a black woman. He's like, I'm glad I had religion to like hold me back a little bit.
Yeah. It was I walked into the break room and two secretaries was like, I didn't even understand what was going on. It was I said,
Shut up, bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
okay, Sharon.
Okay, Karen.
Not Sharon.
No, that's her name too. And she be late to uploading my stuff.
Of
Sharon.
course.
Okay.
Well, maybe if she tried understanding her work tasks, other things would come more easily.
Oh my god, no, we have so much to talk about, but we only have Brice for a little bit. So in case folks didn't know, we did this before, but maybe you're joining because the baby boy is here, and that's why you're joining. So we're Mess Magnets, a pop culture vibes only podcast, and we're trying out a new thing. Brice is only our second guest to do this, but we bring in subject matter experts to come check in with us and then they can leave and that's cool too. So over the weekend we had some
Woo.
drama and I felt like there's only one person in my life that cares about this. so, so I yes. And we are on video in case folks don't know. So for folks that are listening, Brice is now holding Rookie of the Year LaMelo balls.
My
Pop.
man.
Is it pop figure?
Funko Pop, I think.
It is. It's All-Star Minis.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
True
not
Wild
Funko.
Boy.
I take it back. Funko Pop does not sponsor this podcast.
Nope, absolutely not. Give my money. No, I'm just kidding. So there's a lot of breaking news in the Ball family. So we need to talk about it. Okay. So
Mm.
I made a little bit of a slideshow. So we're
Bless.
our main people today. Again, we're on video. Robin's podcast YouTube channel. So these are our two protagonists, antagonists. We have Miss Nikkii Baby.
Okay, heavy on the baby.
Yes, because you can tell she's pregnant because she has had two kids by one Leanne Gelo Ball of said Ball brothers. And I just
Yes.
want to highlight a few things.
Okay.
Nikkii Baby is 34, 35 years old.
Mhm.
And Leanne Gelo Ball is 24, 25 years old.
Wait, how old were they when they met? That's
Uh,
what is like
3
of
years
concern to
ago.
me.
3 years
3 years
ago.
ago. 3
Okay.
years ago. So we also know Miss Nikkii from Love and Hip Hop. So do you want to
Yes.
like enlighten us a little bit, Brice, on that?
So we do know Miss Nikkii from Love and Hip Hop. We do know that she is independently wealthy. Her family owns a series of strip clubs in LA and Vegas.
Yes.
So Miss Nikkii Baby has money. We met Miss Nikkii on Love and Hip Hop. I forget who she was dating.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Right.
She was friends with Hazel and Tierra
Mhm.
Marie. And all I know is that at a
She was
point
dating
in time,
Safari, no?
I thought it was Little Fizz. At one point in time, she had a thing with Little Fizz. However, Miss Nikkii just never worked out with her with these men on the show. Miss Nikkii is beautiful. She has a beautiful body. She's independently wealthy. And we love Miss Nikkii. I never really had any issues with Miss Nikkii except that time that Little
Mhm.
Fizz's baby mom poured the juice on her face. And I was
Yes.
like, Miss Nikkii, you should have done better.
It's true. It's just she's like always been kind enough for us to like her, but never so great that we're like ride or die.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's
Okay.
Nikkii. And Leanne Gelo Ball is of said Ball family.
Yes.
Where we will say so LeVar Ball, who is their dad, it had a vision, okay,
Okay.
and said,
Okay.
I'm gonna marry another tall woman, another athlete, and I'm going to have athletes, like period.
Many
he-
such cases.
Yes. So he ends up marrying Tina, who, of course, together they have these 3 children. Lonzo is this one, the oldest,
The
and then
oldest.
this is an old picture. I want to make it clear, but this is Mello before he became Wild Boy. No, just kidding. He was always crazy. And this is Jello on the super end. Okay, and in very middle child fashion, I feel like Jello is just not good enough.
Well, so here's the thing, right? It's
Yeah.
not even that he is not good enough, right? Like I always in the Ball family dynasty because I
Mhm.
am married into the Ball family.
Yeah.
I am in a relationship with LaMelo Ball. That's my man, my man, my man.
Unfortunately,
Um,
Jello is mine, so oops for me.
and so, and here's the thing though, when Jello got with Miss Nikkii, I was like, wow, like actually, I really do like Jello a
Yes.
little bit, but I like Mello. And so, Sasha was right. LeVar, big baller brand. He put out these sneakers. He was like this black father saying that he was going to be the first to have all 3 of his sons in the NBA. He was saying crazy things during this era, like Michael Jordan. They think of LeVar before they think of Michael Jordan. However, they also were pioneers. They
Yes.
had the first reality show on Facebook. This is how I got to know the Ball
Same.
family
Mhm.
because, baby, I was at work, but I was watching the Ball brothers.
Ball
okay?
in the family, baby.
Ball, listen, and then
Top
That's
tier
so
reality
good.
TV. I want to make that clear.
yeah, they don't understand because Ball BBB Big Baller Brand it failed because LeVar's brother was stealing money. But anyway,
Well, he's not. Alan wasn't like, yeah, he's not actually in the family.
but I mean,
but very close. Yeah, very,
very
close.
close.
And Lonzo, the
God.
oldest brother, ends up finding all this out and has to break the
And
news
oh,
to dad.
Wait, and the show was on Facebook?
fake
Yes,
girl
it should
Facebook.
not
Why
be.
wasn't it on TV? Why didn't they give it to us in proper TV?
LeVar's whole thing was he wanted to be revolutionary.
Yes,
he wanted to own
anti-establishment.
things, and he was not scared of doing his own thing. And so he was a pioneer, and he has since revolutionized Facebook. Like we go
Yep.
live on Facebook now. We do different
Mhm.
things. Now, mind you, it was a huge deal when Zoe got signed to the Bulls, right? And there was this whole big thing because LeVar wanted him to be like, okay, the big baller brand sneaker, like you go out and endorse the sneaker, and he did not endorse the sneaker. Now, mind
Well,
you,
he like the sneaker was breaking. So
It-
Lonzo first got first got into the Lakers because he went to Lonzo is like the typical oldest kid, right? Like did all the right things. Went to Chino Hills, which is like known basketball dynasty high school. Then went to UCLA. Then got drafted to the Lakers, and is injury king.
mm,
Bless his heart.
Oh,
And
no.
he has now gone on record saying that it was the Big Baller Brand shoes that he had to actually change every quarter because they were literally ripping apart.
mm.
No, that's so having the right shoes for the occasion is so serious. Oh my
Yes.
God. So they're like, okay, here's our shoe empire, but then the shoes are shit.
Yes,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Sorry,
Oh my
LeVar.
God.
And so Then Zoe makes it. And so LeVar
Yes.
is like, his next two sons are up. It's Gelo and Mello. He takes them. Mello was still in high school. He takes them out of high school. They go overseas
Wait,
to play.
no.
Oh,
You're missing the big one.
wait,
So
I thought it was.
Jello makes it to UCLA
Well,
first.
that's right. So Gelo makes it to
Yes.
UCLA. Then UCLA, I want to say, goes to China.
Yes.
And while they're in China, Gelo decides, hee ha ha, I see these $600 glasses. Let me put them in my book bag, baby. The Chinese government said, you do not pass go. You do not get on this plane. You are arrested. They made this huge thing of it.
Like
Okay.
it was
No,
bad.
but China doesn't play. I was listening to an audiobook about like face recognition technology, and one of the uses was in this specific area of China. If you wanted toilet paper from the public toilet, it would only give you so many like squares per so many minutes because people were just stealing whole rolls of toilet paper. So there's literally a face recognition on the toilet paper roll dispenser so people don't take too much. So yeah, China does not play with that kind of stuff.
And it kind of sort of just tainted
Yes.
Gelo's just mojo. And then essentially he doesn't get drafted and no G League picks him up. And so he's kind of just like literally just stuck there. Then LaMelo comes out. LaMelo is balling at the Hornets. And LaMelo does Gelo a solid and gets Gelo on. So two things. Wait, I'm going
Yes.
all over the place. So
It's fine.
Gelo does get drafted.
Yes.
So for 24 hours, LeVar's dream of all three of his boys in the NBA is true. Then after Gelo is drafted, he is dropped. Then Melo is making waves at Charlotte Hornets. He becomes their franchise player. He says, hey, put my brother on. So they give Gelo 2 years on the G League, and that's as much as you can go on a G League. And he never really plays as a Hornet. And now Gelo is just kind of off doing his own thing. And so I always kind of sort of felt bad for Gelo because I know that he is extremely close to his brothers, more
Yes.
specifically close to Zoe. But I can only imagine like all you have been brought up to know is basketball, and your older and your younger brother don't make it. I don't care what nobody says. That has to F with your psyche. Okay?
Yes.
So mind you, I always kind of felt bad for Gelo. Then, you know,
And I
2
think he's
years.
the most good looking, so that's my
Well,
issue.
I mean,
But
you
yeah.
know, eyes on the beholder because
Yes.
it's mellow. It's mellow for me, period.
Mellow now, yeah. But
Well, yeah.
I'm only seeing a photo when they're,
when they're
I'm assuming
children.
teenagers, so I
Okay,
can't
this
make
is what they
a.
look like now.
Oh, now Zoe do look good with the short haircut
Yeah,
and the beard,
I will
though.
say, all of a sudden,
Okay.
I'm like, Lonzo is attractive. What?
I'm feeling like you can't go wrong in this
Yeah.
situation.
Yes, fair.
Choo,
One for
So-
all of us. There's three of us.
okay. Choo,
This
choo.
is the second podcast you're doing this.
So, Mello is over here making rookie. He didn't make rookie of the year, but he is killing
Yeah,
it.
he won rookie
Yeah,
of the year.
okay, one
In
rookie of the year.
2020, yeah.
Okay, he is killing at the Hornets. Zoe is making headlines for being on the Bulls for 3 years and only playing like 6 games. He just came back this season, and
Yeah.
after 3 games, he was then hurt and had to sit. So that's what's happening with them. 2 years ago, Gelo was just Geloing, and they pop up. Him and Miss Nikkii Baby are making appearances, and we like, oh, okay, we like this,
Mhm.
sure. And then Miss Nikkii gets pregnant, and I believe it's a boy.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that,
Lavello.
okay, they good with them lows, and we're good. And so we're good. They have another baby, a baby girl, less than 3 months ago. Now, at the top of 2025, all of a sudden, I might swerve on it. Oh, but the other, okay. Then all of a sudden, Gelo is coming out with music, and I don't care what nobody says. I really do believe the Ball family played the NBA because I went to a Sixers game and I went to a Nets game. And in the beginning, before, like while the players are warming up, they're playing Gelo's song Tweaking, and it's going all over TikTok. So Gelo has the first viral song of 2025. I might swerve on that corner. Whoa. Hold on tight, because I'm ready to go. And I'm okay. Listen. And I'm like, yes. support my brother.
Yeah, like we're all so excited. Like, okay,
Yeah.
finally, the like, Jello like has something because the other two, have NBA. They're da da da. Like, finally, right? Like he has something going for him, and hallelujah, because we know he's just basketball just isn't his thing. He
And
has
they
not
say
decided that, but we know.
what? But we know. But they say he good. And then from this song alone, Kirsten, Def Jam offers him $8 million record deal.
From
So,
one song?
But
so
it's
I
a
mean,
good song.
it,
Well,
it's a
no,
good-
I've heard the song. It's a good song.
Yeah.
It gets the people going. But like $8 million?
listen. It make me want to put on my extra extra large shirts from 2001 when
Right?
I hear this song.
Yes, it's a very like, very old school bop. And I
And
mean that in the best way.
right. And he's got another song like getting ready to percolate. And Kirsten and now
And he released the Tweaker remix with
he
Lil
with
Wayne.
Little Wayne.
I haven't heard
So
the
it's
remix.
like, now, listen,
It just happened like a few
it
days
just
ago.
happened. And so, listen, I have to be mindful of where I'm at, and I can't use the language that I've used on the phone with Sasha.
I will not
But
share.
and true. And
But you
first
can
of all,
It's
I'm single, and this is the reason why I don't want to be in a relationship. In true F boy fashion. Okay, because listen, now Sasha and I just ran. And first of all, I still love the Ball Brothers, Jello. I still love you, Mello. So I don't care, but I just gotta keep it
Unfortunately,
real.
Jello is still the hottest. Unfortunately, for
In
Tumi.
true F
Yes.
boy fashion, Miss Nikkii been with you for 3 years. She's been the best thing that
Two
you got
kids.
going.
3
2
years.
kids. You get one viral song. Now all of a sudden, Kirsten, first of all, we just minded our business on this Beyonce
Yes.
internet, okay? Trying to dodge executive orders left and right.
Oh my
okay?
god.
I'm just trying to celebrate Black History Month without getting, okay? I'm trying to explain to my employer I am not a DEI hire, okay? I'm qualified.
I belong here.
More
Give me
than
my
you.
money.
Okay.
Period.
Be clear. So anyway, we just trying to dip and dodge while we're tweaking. And come Saturday morning,
And we
Miss
turn the corner to
Miss
this.
Nikkii drops on Instagram.
I can't.
I see everything everyone has been sending me of Jello cheating on me. So let's just make this clear because
Correct.
Nikkii is minding her business, breastfeeding their 3-month-old child and watching their 1.5-year-old son.
Probably breastfeeding both. Damn. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
2 under 2 is
Crazy.
Crazy.
Diabolical.
Okay, now if I had Mello, it would be 3 under 2. But listen,
And you know what? I will be there. Baby.
okay?
and I will go to the baby shower.
And
That's
so
not
I
even
just,
gonna
because
start,
I want to
baby.
be clear, because there's a lot of narratives happening, Kirsten.
Correct.
People are tagging Miss Nikkii in things, okay? It's not like, so, okay, so she had enough, and she woke up Saturday morning and said, listen, I've been seeing what everyone has been sending to me
Mhm.
about Jello cheating on me. I want to make it clear that this is, I want to make it clear this up and speak my truth. I am just as surprised as you are. We spent 3.5 years together. Last week, he decided to walk out on me and his kids and tell me that he got someone else pregnant, allegedly, and now is creating a life with her. We were just happy and planning family photos. And mind you, go back to the other photo,
Yes.
Sasha. It is
I didn't want to put the kids up. That's why.
it's
but
very
there's-
clear.
yes.
Miss Nikkii coordinates, okay?
Mm.
Yeah.
So when she says she is planning photos, I believe it.
And
That
not only
jump-
that, she changed her car. Like LeVar Ball, the dad,
yes,
put
talk
out
about
a
it.
podcast saying that he loves Nikkii and Mello's ex now, girlfriend. But they all have like cougar things. Sorry, Brice, you're too young for Mello. But not me. I'm the same age as Miss Nikkii Baby. That's all I'll say. But they all are dating like much older women. And like LeVar's like, this is exactly what he needs. He doesn't need these young women. All they want to do is party and they're gonna ruin your life, blah, blah, blah. So like Miss Nikkii is
Okay.
great. Like her family is business minded. And she had a Lamborghini Urus and she ends up changing her car to get a bigger car, a Rolls Royce SUV for their family. So that's kind of
Okay.
stuff Nikki's on. And then we get this. Sorry, Brice. Keep going.
Why? Just
Okay.
why?
And it doesn't stop there
No.
because the girl, okay, pops and post this the day of, meanwhile whining and dining. And essentially the girl is at Miss Nikkii like, I don't know why you was bringing this to the table,
Yes.
but you know, two things can be true. He wasn't happy. Like essentially trying to defend her side. This is what I don't care. Okay, because here's the thing. Because I was going to be with this girl in the sense of you never know what these men are telling you, right? Like,
and we support women. Yeah.
we support women. However, sis, you know who Miss Nikkii is. You know he has kids. You know he's living there. Like, use some common sense. And
He's
I
a
love
bum.
like
It would, and this is the thing, right? Where it's like if there's a cheating situation and the other woman doesn't know that it's a cheating situation, that's very different from when it's a heavily publicized relationship that literally everybody knows about. What's that line about closing your legs to married men?
close your legs. Well, I mean, they would have to be married, but close
They're
your
not
legs
married.
to baby fathers.
Yes.
And
the
what
thing is, here's the thing, everyone. She posts this picture. Do y'all see that she has G3 tatted on her? Have some damn shame. Okay, and we know how his dad feels about tattoos, well documented on said Ball in the Family.
Yes.
But he posts this, everyone's like, oh, that's Gelo. This is the girl. Turns out this woman is older than Miss Nikkii
Okay.
Baby, number one. Secondly, she is known side chick, allegedly, because she's side chick to Tim Anderson, who's another basketball player. And she has TA also tatted on her. So she's known bullshitter. Okay, so then this is where Brice is sending me TikToks. We're like going back and forth. Sorry, Tim Anderson might be baseball. Either way, I don't actually.
She's collecting athletes.
She is, yeah, she's a jersey chaser. And
He don't have a jersey though.
he swerved into
Okay.
something. That's what we'll say. Clout is a hell of a drug, baby. And you know, she's getting older. She's a mom of 3. She has an 18-year-old who, again, the kid is closer to Gelo's age.
So she's gonna have an 18-year-old and then a newborn because she's allegedly pregnant. Allegedly.
And she's gonna have Gelo because we know does not have money. His dad has money and his brothers have money.
Well, I mean,
he did get a cool little 8 million, but be serious, sir.
I mean, compared to being with a woman who could just go buy the Rolls Royce, that's a little bit different.
Correct. And it goes crazy here because now her name's Rashida. It has come out, and she's like going on and on about how he wants to do what he will do. Why are you crashing out? Have some shame. Blah blah blah. First of all, I'm thinking this is Rashida and Kirk from the Love and Hip Hop when Brice sent that to me, but then I almost crashed out, but then I came back because I said, "Oh, that's her name," and she's old, so I couldn't tell. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm 18.
She's old.
No, but like
She is
be
beautiful
serious.
though. She is pretty.
Then Gelo posts this.
That was the icing on the cake for me, Gelo posting this, because I'm like, all right, Gelo, you're doing too much. Like, clearly you're in
and
the
I
heat
was
of
able
it.
to break this news to Brice.
And I crashed out. Because you're doing too much, Gelo. And even if you are embroiled in all of this, you know, he posted an ad earlier that day. Post your ads and stay off of social media. You posting this, in my opinion, it's giving forced. It's giving Rashida wanted to do this. And it's giving you're doing too much. Like, we just started banging to swerve. Stop it, Gelo. And I don't care what nobody says. I'm on Miss Nikki's side. Then Rashida tries to accuse Nikkii of being racist, using the N-word. How would you know, Rashida? How would you know? You're hearing that from Gelo, not like that's hearsay.
And even if she was, it doesn't mean you should cheat on her. Like, just break up with her if she's racist. Why are you doing this?
It's why are you having a baby 2 months ago or 3 months ago and then be like, oh, but also she was racist. Oh, did you just find out? And you decided instead of just breaking up, you're gonna now go spill that information through another woman?
Ladies, stop being baby mamas, please. What is it
The
to the guy who at 22 years old or whatever literally went and stole some sunglasses when his dad like buys them all these expensive cars. He lives in Chino Hills. It is not a cheap area. They have money, obviously, to bankroll them into NBA. Like, shut. Oh my god, it like makes me so angry.
and I'm like, okay, like a 22-year-old shoplifted something, like people do dumb stuff.
Why are we doing this
like
in China?
okay, but why exactly?
Right.
Why are you doing it in China?
No, like oh my god, he drives me crazy.
It's just
Oh
giving
my
it's
God.
all not there. And so I just ultimately I feel bad for Miss Nikkii. You know, she
Yes.
was like my sister-in-law. She has my niece and nephew. And it's like I still like Gelo, but it's like this is a mess. And again, people aren't happy in relationships, sure. But it's like, let's use our words, let's communicate. Like, and again, at the start of this, I just keep pointing out Miss Nikkii. Can you imagine being home and people tagging you with your boyfriend and a man of this woman going out? That's where it's like, I feel Miss Nikkii. And that's why I feel like Rashida, have some class and shut up. Because whether if you are the new girl, can you imagine being home and getting tagged and seeing all this stuff? Like, come on, girl. We don't need
Like, just sit there and eat your food. You know what I mean? Like, you're old as hell to be acting like a freaking 22-year-old crashing
not
out.
that old.
She's really not.
Sasha's talking like this is like a woman of a certain age situation.
I don't care. Okay, it's so low class to act.
I just
this way.
if this
And
man
the
is
rest
such a
of Gelo's trash. Like, let's not forget the point.
well, and that's the thing too, right? Like if this man is such a prize, then that should speak for itself, and you don't have to be crashing out on social media.
And for it to all be happening on the heels of one song, it's like, to me, it just feels very Gelo-esque, right? Like it just feels like I got a hit song. I'm a rapper. I gotta get a new girl. Like, I don't know. It just feels very Gelo-esque.
Very, yeah. Unfortunately, it's like the engine that never could. Like, it will get to one station, and then unfortunately, it sometimes comes back almost every time. So let's see, because I believe Alonzo already was showing or teasing that new song,
The new song.
which sounds fine, like good, but I'm
Sounds
pissed off.
2000
You know,
again.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
I'm pissed off, and the problem is the Tweaker music video just came out like last week. Right, and all the brothers are on it. It's just like so cute.
No.
And now look, now we have to tweak in this bitch, and that's the problem.
And we're mad as a family.
Right.
I didn't know until just now, but now I'm up there with you. I'm at an 11. I'm pissed.
I'm still
These
gonna support
Gen Z.
Gelo, but right, it's just like, what are you doing?
We were rooting for you.
We were rooting for you.
I
We were all
can't wait.
rooting for you.
And Brice, do you listen to their podcast,
I do.
the What an
So,
Experience? Because I cannot wait.
so mind you, look, I do. I can never get through a full podcast.
Oh my god, you were. It's just like
And for my thing, it's like I thought they lived in LA. Why does Gelo be sounding like he's from Houston, Texas? That's the thing that I just can never understand. Do you get that too? Is it me? Like, it's like, why do you
I
have
feel
this
like because I'm not black, I cannot make like those. But it to me it gives black scent because his dad doesn't even talk like that, and his mom's white, and his grandparents, again, all on the show, are whiter than white. So I don't disagree, and again, they're from Chino Hills.
Oh my god.
It's not happening, but and the other two brothers don't sound like that. It's just
right? That's what I'm
Stella.
saying. Zoe definitely doesn't sound like that. Mellow sounds.
I mean,
LA.
he just has noises. I
Right.
don't think he talks.
Not
But
he just does noises.
You heard, yeah, you heard, like that's mellow. But
I'm
it's
one
like,
of one.
That's right.
That's all.
They're like, why do you use the same emojis? A spaceship, a dancing a heart? Because I'm rare. Good vibes, and it's all love. Like, it's like, Mello, shut up. Even though that's my man, so not too much on Mello. But like, yeah,
You
I don't
can say it,
understand
but it's okay. Yeah.
what Gelo is doing. But Sasha had me tweaking on Sunday night, cussing up a storm. But
It was
I
perfect. It was
I
perfect.
can't.
Thank you for gracing me with that. So I said, I need you to come on this magnet.
Let's do it. Whenever you need
Oh
me,
my
I
god.
am here. Well, thank you for
Thank
letting
you.
me report live on the Ball brothers, a topic that I know extensively about. Why I do know, I don't know, but I'm
No,
always
because
here for you.
we love them. Unfortunately, listen, we were the OG LeVar believers. That's the problem, and no one like rode for the Ball brothers like we did, and we didn't even know each other. That's what's crazy.
Right, right. But that's so similar in so many shows and so many other aspects. There's another random thing watching Lavar, like watching the Ball brothers. I always felt like Lavar's breath stunk. I don't know why. I just that's a random thing.
You're like, he has halitosis. I can
I just
tell.
I just always felt like
Wait,
I
but
could.
why? Is it,
I
like
don't
I think
know.
the boys were just scared of him, which is why they would like flinch.
Well, I mean, Lavar used to whoop that ass, okay, and they talk about it. So, but
They,
listen, I
oh
ain't
my god!
mad.
But can you imagine having Mello as a child? That's Satan that born into your house.
He
Oh my god.
he's a lot. Being in a relationship with him is a lot.
Oh my god.
But
No, I'm telling you, Chris, like there were parts on the show where they're all like goofing off, right? And they're all making like funny jokes because they would do a lot of pop-up stores. I still remember this when he goes, big booty bitch.
yeah, yeah. And then gets in, and runs and gets in trouble.
And he runs away, like because he's 16 years old. So so everyone's like making fun, like they're saying like normal things. LeVar does not like tattoos, he doesn't like cursing, like he very strict like dad. And they're all saying like funny BB things, but no one's cursing. Okay, even Lonzo is not cursing, and he's I think at this point at least at UCLA, if not the
19.
Lakers. Yeah. And even Lonzo is not cursing. Next thing you know, this 16-year-old in the back goes, big booty bitch. And he runs, and and LeVar goes, hold on to everyone, and walks straight in. And he's like, why do you act like this? I do? He's like, none of that bitches and hoes and shit. I watched that clip, I think like once.
Kate, where is this show available on streaming? I
Facebook.
need to catch up on my homework. It's all on Facebook?
And LeVar just always calls him wild boy.
Right.
We have to make Rob watch this somehow.
I'm telling you, it is true. It's gold. I don't know how
really
to
is.
explain it. Like, first of all, it should be a RHAP episode where they watch Ball.
Oh my god. I don't know if Akiva's ready. Rob, I think, can pick it
No,
up. I don't know
mean,
if Akiva's
listen.
ready.
Akiva
It
knows
also
enough
was-
basketball.
The
That's true.
confessional room was always
Oh.
like really weird to me. Like I felt like it was a garage.
I think it was
'Cause
a hotel. Like,
because it was just that backdrop and just like I don't know, it was just hard to explain. But
oh my god.
if-
And Mello obviously was never. So Mello would accuse this grown ass
yeah, the
woman
cougar.
of hitting on him.
get this cougar away from me, Rob. Like, that's what, oh my god.
Amazing. Oh my
And
god.
Mello never had shoes on. Like
Yeah,
ever.
ever.
Like when I tell you,
Or
oh my god, I think I'm gonna go back and watch.
Yeah, I have to watch it. I'll be sending you both voice memos as I make my way through it. So get ready.
my last ball memory
Please.
is I think this is like one of the last seasons. And it was when Zoe was playing for the Lakers, and it was like Thanksgiving, and they were
Yes.
like betting or something, and they're playing like 2K. And
Mhm.
LeVar came in there and was like, don't, and because they were like betting and getting real hype about it. And LeVar came in there and was like, well, play it on the court, play it on the court. And then so Melo at this point is like 16.
Oh, this is
Zoe
yes.
is literally playing for the LA Lakers, and Melo crosses Zoe over something crazy and like scores. And like Melo's like, I'm done. But at that point in time, that's when I was like, wow, Melo really is going to be a superstar because like, why would you make your brother look this bad on TV?
no, like
And-
he broke his ankles,
Like,
basically, and
literally.
you know that poor man, like already is made of glass.
that started the problem.
It seems like it wasn't that hard to break his ankles.
Well,
The
you know,
vibe
he
I'm
did
getting.
not
Was he wearing
have-
those ball shoes?
Oh my god! I'm telling you, it is truly the best, one of the best reality shows I've ever watched.
It is.
Oh my
And
God.
I watched it all at work. So
Yeah.
that's even better. Like
No,
literally.
we used to like wait to watch it. I'm not even joking. And
It
but the
was
sweetest thing was when Mello got drafted and they like and he's like, "Oh Mello, I bought you a Rolls Royce." I was like, "I think a Rolls Royce or some expensive car." But he like brought all the sons into a room and it's truly the sweetest moment where LeVar like brings all of them together just to say like, "You guys made it. Can you
yes.
believe it?"
And not to keep adding, and I believe
No, please.
his mom had just had a stroke
Oh,
prior
yes.
to that,
God.
and so
Right
like
before the
went
show
right.
started.
And so she wasn't walking, she wasn't communicating as well, but it was like again, her always showing up for the boys and yeah, and the way LeVar loved on her, right?
Oh my
Like
god.
LeVar loved they mom. And so again, it's just so it's so wholesome. It's so funny. It's so like brothers being brothers. It's so
Yes.
like, what the hell am I watching? But then also it is like this father having this dream for his sons. And although it like you look at it like this shit is crazy. What the hell? But in the end, it really did kind of somewhat work out. And so it really has a lot of different things. And it's just chaotic. And
That's so real. I just don't know how to
I can't.
explain how ridiculous this shit was, but it was. And this is, I just want to quickly show this, even though, um, where is it? Oh, here. This is what Mello was wearing in the confessional room all the time.
you're
This is
right.
how he used to show up.
Yes. He Mello hated the confessionals. Like he
Yeah,
never
like he
wanted
literally wanted to
to
like end
talk,
it.
and it would
And then
always
look,
have
this is how this Zoe looked all the time in
Well,
the
they look like
confessional room.
hostages.
Yes.
because it really it gave this is what LeVar wanted. I don't think that they
Yes.
wanted to be a part of it, but I also don't think that they realized at that time how important that was to bringing them now who they are and why they had the following and the fan base. Well, Mello and Zoe at least.
Correct. But the thing is, Jello was on his way. I believe he's gonna be in my city next week because he's performing at the All Star weekend
Wow.
for
Wait,
basketball.
did you see him perform at one of the NFC
The
champion? Yeah.
he so the Detroit Lions, I believe, was the first time I saw the Jello song. Was the Detroit Lions, which is an NFL team, was playing it in the locker room, and they said play that new Jello joint or
Yeah.
whatever, and that's how this shit went viral. So he goes Jello. It is truly the worst performance I've ever seen.
And mind you, we see the dress rehearsal, right? We see
Yes.
hours before, and I'm like, okay, Jello he about to kill it. Then the lights come on, and he's like,
Yeah, they literally like
Oh no.
Brice is muted because that's literally what he was doing.
oh, he's like literally. First of all, he's lip syncing, but like,
Yes.
mind you, the song is I might swerve on it, like he's trying to be too cool. He's like, does the
Okay.
elevator go all the way up, Jello? I just, but listen,
Well, we know he's our slow brother. That's-
it's always one.
Listen, in the show, remember he was dating that girl Jaden?
Mhm. Yeah.
She used to dunk on him, on Jello, like, and they put that shit on TV.
Okay, so now you are unlocking my memory. First of all, I liked her, right? First of all, I
Yeah,
used to
she
always
was
have
cute for
issue
him.
with the girls that they dated because I'm like, why are none of them black? But that's another story for another day. However, I remember they used to go out to eat and they're at like this
Yes.
restaurant and Jello's like, y'all don't got wings? And they're like, no. So then he like orders a burger and then he's like, do you have mayonnaise? Mustard and I forget it was like some random ass like bitch, what are you about to dip that bird like it's giving. I think he really was slow and I don't think we realized it because now I'm like replaying a lot of these things
Yes,
and
I'm
like you're at a
telling you.
steakhouse and you're asking for fries and you want mustard on the side.
No, it's just like he is one of one. Like you know how people say Mello says he's one of one. No, Jello is one of one. And I don't think you want the mold.
It's like when something just gets unlocked, like a realization, and then you just look back on your whole life
thinking.
differently.
God.
It's the
I'm
whole
like
time.
crying, like balls of family.
I like Brice said I have 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I gotta go now because I did forgot I said it. But listen, you get me wrapped up in the Ball brothers.
No, it's great. And
Listen, we're not mad. We'd love you to stay forever, but I just
we're gonna talk about Kendrick Lamar next, but it's fine.
Listen,
What were your
Uncle
Super Bowl
Sam,
thoughts at someone from Philly, please?
amazing. We killed
Yes.
it. We got our lick back. They said, "Oh, they can't do it if they going to shut Saquon out." They shut Saquon out, and
On his
Jalen
birthday.
Hurts. Okay, and shout out to that young bull 22 getting a touchdown on his birthday.
Yep. On the
Amazing.
defense, baby. Who is he?
Okay, listen.
he's one of one.
Yeah, okay. First of all, Jalen Hurts is so attractive. Jalen Hurts, for maybe the messengers that don't know, is the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. He went to the University of Oklahoma. He also went to Alabama, but whatever. Listen, but he graduated from the University of Oklahoma.
He had to leave Alabama though because he had a
Okay, 'cause he
bad
got benched.
game and they benched him, and so he had to leave because he wasn't going to play. So he
Tua,
had to.
can you believe he got benched for Tua? Wild. And I will say, Jalen has an all-female management team led by a University of Oklahoma graduate, and that's a black
Okay.
woman as well. So the thing
Okay.
is, not only
And he's
is
the
he
only one in the
attractive-
whole NFL, right?
yes. And not only is he fine, not only is he a feminist, not only is he just a menace, he's now Super Bowl champion, baby.
Okay.
But
He won't
but
catch
yes.
his girlfriend, fiance
can you
on
to be
Twitter.
her last night?
using the N word. But anyway, that's okay. That's sorry. That's Saquon
Did you see that
Barkley.
picture of him with the chain? That video.
Who?
Jalen
Jalen
Hurts.
and with shirtless.
Yeah, and and when you're spraying all
I
Saquon
screenshotted
and
it. Oh, yeah.
Jalen. Okay,
Listen, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. We in
Yes.
there. We did it. I love y'all. I do have to run. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Shout out
Oh
to the
my
Mess
gosh.
Magnets 2025.
Shout out to Brice. And where can everyone
Yes.
find you? As if they didn't already know you, but
Well,
still.
listen, Brice Izyah, Brice and When Tour 48 is getting ready to hit a city near you. We're stopping at 9 different tours.
Come to San Francisco.
Link. Okay, we are coming to San Francisco. I'm coming.
And
to
I'm trying to
Sasha.
also.
Kirsten, don't play.
She
You
might be
wanna
coming from
swerve.
Canada.
Listen.
Swerve
Well, we'll see if Canada and the US aren't at war.
Child,
We'll see.
That's not even.
Sorry.
My home is
I am not from
open.
this
We're
country.
ready.
Listen. So that is super exciting. The Purple Pants podcast will be covering Survivor. I do believe there is a Brice celebration week coming to RHAP very soon. So I'm super excited. So I'm happy to be here and talk all things the mess of the
Thank
magnets.
you. Thank you
Love
so
y'all.
much for
thank
always
you.
showing up. We love you.
course.
Yeah.
Bitch said 15 minutes. It's 40 minutes. Bitch, bye.
Still have to talk about Kendrick Lamar. Oh my god.
I literally heard Kristen say that, but I was like, oh, it's only like, I'm going over like 20. Bitch, it's 40 minutes. I'm out. Bye. Love y'all.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, we love you.
Oh my god.
Ooh, what a dream. I should have said nothing and we could have kept it
Actually,
the
yeah,
whole
then I could have
episode.
talked about Kendrick with him, but it's fine. I really wanted to hear him talk about the next, not Kendrick, but the next thing. But it's fine. We can talk about Kendrick Lamar. Because we already talking about the Super Bowl. All right, everyone.
Yes.
And it's so important to talk about the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime performance, where we have talked about the Kendrick Drake beef.
Yes.
Kickback has talked about it. Check all of that out. All right.
Yes.
But let's talk about this. What did you feel?
It was just so like the design of everything was so beautiful. The performance was so tight, right? And it was just an enjoyable experience the whole time. Like when I got online after the Super Bowl and I saw people saying, "Oh, it's controversial. Oh, it's the worst." Blah blah blah. I was like, did we see the same? Like I don't understand. But obviously because this is like the biggest stage in the world, and Kendrick chose to really do something with it. And of course, that's always going to make people, white people, mad, which I guess is how you've done it it properly.
Oh my god. And here's the thing, right? Like we can start at the start too, where when he was announced as the Super Bowl performer, people were like, why wouldn't you have Lil Wayne, right? Or all these like local New Orleans artists come perform, blah blah. Unfortunately, I was like not in that camp, but like I understand what people are saying. But then I saw Lil Wayne's recent performances, and I'm just gonna say, and we know him and Jay-Z have beef, so there's no way Lil Wayne was performing.
Well, and
Be
also
serious,
like,
everyone.
is Lil Wayne really gonna front the amount of cash required? Like, these
That's
people
the
pay
thing, I
to
don't
create
think-
their own. Like, you don't get paid to do the Super Bowl. You pay to do the Super Bowl. You pay for all of the elements, all your dancers, all of the stage, all of the setup, everything. And which we talked about, I think, when we talked about Rihanna's performance, and
Which
obviously
is why she
Usher
did
as
the
well.
Fenty. Which is why Rihanna did the Fenty thing, because she's like,
Yeah.
baby, I need to make some money off of this.
Exactly right. Like, it's more of like playing the Super Bowl is part of your marketing budget, right? And it's a very it's expensive to get an ad during the Super Bowl, let alone the halftime show, right? So, I'm sorry, was Lil Wayne really gonna do it? Like, I know that there are articles where it's like in the last 24 hours he's like addressed this, and he's like talking about being snubbed, but like,
Lil Wayne's bestie left before the halftime performance was over anyway. So we also move, okay?
we move.
Oh, no, but I'm just kidding. But really, and I also really love this. I will say for a lot of folks at my Super Bowl party, maybe that don't always understand Kendrick Lamar, right? Or understood all the nuances. They were like, oh, we are excited for him. It's just, I wish that we had more of the bangers, right? From Mad City and all of that. I think that's fair. But
I feel like it was all bangers.
Yeah,
like,
but it's like if he started with like a big song, but I think it was beautiful because America, right, has always been part of his music, and he's always talking about, oh, here's why America is like, effed up. And I just really appreciated how in your face everything was. Like, it was unapologetically Black, and it was beautiful
Yes.
to watch, especially with what's going on against like Black people in this country. And it's really interesting because, again, he opens up the first thing that hit all of us right in our faces was definitely the American flag, which again, if you're watching the YouTube like, I have it pulled up, and his outfit is so pooky. I can't.
He is so pooky. We talked about that last week too. But also, like, for the people that didn't understand, I'm genuinely like, if Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam, literally narrating every part of it and explaining, like, I just don't feel like it could have been any clearer. I mean, I don't know. Am I wrong?
No, I agree with you. And it's just, even having Samuel L. Jackson, right? Like, he's like, oh, I'm Uncle Sam. Even if you didn't get it, like, this was his character in Django Unchained, is that he's the house, enslaved person. And he always likes to act like he's better than everyone, right? Like, there's so many levels to where this has to be interpreted. And this is what I think is beautiful about art, right? Like, up to your interpretation. But if nothing else, he's literally talking about, you're playing the game wrong. You need to act straight. You need to do this. You need to humble yourself, basically, right? And then, of course, that goes into humble.
Yes.
But it's clear that, like, we're talking about how Black folks specifically, and with an extension, people of color or any marginalized community, has to change in order to appease white people. And white people that aren't like ready to accept the diversity of the world. And then you see the whole stage, which is set up as a tic-tac-toe board, or a PlayStation board, whatever you want to call it. But
it looked more like
it
looked more like tic-tac-toe. Like, at first it was just the X and O, right? And then the light kind of,
which is also very football related. Sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, and then it kind of like the lights came up, and then you saw like the triangle and the square as well. And then I was like, is that a PlayStation controller? And then there's like the parts where it's like, at one point Samuel Jackson is like, remove one life.
Yes.
And all of that. So it's just, there's so many different layers to the whole performance if you're just willing to look for them and actually see them and accept them. And, for any white folks listening, if you like, it's okay if you didn't get it, and it's
Yeah.
okay, and even if you didn't like it, you're allowed to not like a performance. But I would just appeal to please, please, please be willing to look at all of these levels and just see it in the context of, you know, the greater the historical moment that we're in and have been hurtling towards, and just see if that changes your perspective a little bit. Just try.
Yeah, and Cori Bush, who was the first Black Congresswoman from Missouri, posted this, but said like from 1619 to 1865, the U.S. benefited from over 222 million hours of unpaid dehumanizing forced labor by enslaved Black people. This labor primarily focused on production of tobacco, rice, sugar, and cotton, and would be valued at 97 trillion today. It is built off of the backs of Black people and enslaved people specifically. So it's really important that this Super Bowl performance, like the way he made it all happen. And then what I also really enjoyed, is, oh my God, where did it go? I must have deleted it. But anyway, there's a moment where he has folks in right before SZA performed All the Stars. They go in a circle, right? And then there's another space where they it's like they're almost in a prison yard speaking. And I just felt like all these symbolisms rightfully went over my head too. But like, this is where we have to lean on folks that are doing the labor of trying to teach us, right? Like what's going on. But the fact that he's able to do all this work in 12 minutes.
And like, it went by so fast.
Yeah.
Like, I feel every year I'm like, oh, it's over, like already? That's all we get? And like, yeah, it is always a shorter performance, but I feel like there was so much packed into it. And yeah, as you said, oh, did I get every reference right away? Obviously not. I'm a dumb idiot. But again, there are so many people doing...
This is not our lived experience also.
Well, yes, but I am also a dumb idiot, which is fine. But there are so many people doing the work to explain it all online. And the more... It's just one of those beautiful things where the more you learn and the more you understand, the more you can enjoy it.
Yeah, and we're not, like I said, covering all of it, but like there's so much. And then, of course, we have to talk about SZA came out, which I think we knew because they're about to go on tour together.
Yeah, it was the most obvious pick. She has literally the voice of an angel. It was so wonderful. But all I could think of, I see SZA. All I could think of was when Keke Palmer, SZA, and Issa Rae did the like
Hot Ones.
The Hot Ones like challenge against each other. And Keke has that opportunity to like ask SZA any question she wants, or SZA will eat like the hottest wing, and she goes, "Was Drake a good kisser?" That's all I could think of in this moment.
And that's how I know that I'm a Keke Palmer in the friend group, because I will 1000% do this to my friends. And
love her.
It's just, again, diabolical, because SZA is a good performer. They're about to go live, and SZA had a thing with Drake before she became famous, I believe. And Serena was there, crip walking as well, because again, another woman that Drake has just been like obsessively stalking, it feels like. And I just, again, dancing on that man's grave. Chef's kiss, I loved it.
I gasped. Like, I think everyone had the same reaction when they saw her of like, what is that? Is it really? Like, could it really be? And so it's just all these, again, little things where it's like really, really getting at so much about, well, the reality of the world that we live in. But also, don't forget, he hates Drake more than anyone. When he goes, he says, "Hey, Drake." And he smiles so big. And
he's like, 5'6". He's in bell bottoms. Like, I can't take him serious, but you have to. And of course, this whole time he's wearing an A minor chain in case people, be serious, troll, diabolical. This is a Pulitzer Prize winning artist.
And so, last week we talked about at the Grammys, he like slow walked up so that the part of the song where he says certified pedophile would play, right? It was definitely not supposed to play that long. And the audience at the Grammys Well, I mean, it seems from us. Like, that's our personal opinion. Obviously, we don't know.
No, I just mean he's so diabolical. We don't know. That's all.
Yeah, it could be anything, right? And the whole Grammys audience screamed A minor so loud, right? Nothing could prepare for the Super Bowl crowd of 80,000 people screaming A minor. And even before, like, he did a couple false starts with Not Like Us.
So good.
He's like, well, they like to sue.
And it's really funny because he has like a chorus where he had a lot of women be like, "Are you gonna do it? Is that the song?" And then the beat would start playing, and then he's like, "No, I'm not ready yet. I don't want to talk about it." And then another time, and then he goes, "Well, they like to sue us," because everyone thought that when Drake was gonna sue him, it was about to be like a whole big issue, but in reality, he was like, "That's fine. You can do that," and he just starts playing the song.
Well, I mean,
used to say in Australia. That's what I know.
Literally, I mean, people were saying, "Oh, Kendrick won't play Not Like Us." Blah blah. It's like, why on earth would he not play it? Like, again, be so serious. But the other thing too, and I think we've talked about this before. Like, obviously, Drake has filed some legal filings against like Spotify and like I think Universal Music Group and all of that. Notice he has not filed a lawsuit for defamation against Kendrick Lamar, who literally calls him a pedophile in like the most popular song of the year. And I can't say why he wouldn't sue for defamation. I would assert my opinion is that the truth is the defense against a defamation claim. But again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know Drake personally. I can't say. I just think it's very interesting that he hasn't filed a suit. That's all.
I'm telling you, it's outrageous. I don't know what else to say. It's just like, it's truly ridiculous. And I'm obsessed with it.
A diss track. How did this diss track get so big?
And the only rapper to perform solo at the Super Bowl. And his breath work, the way he's able to change the lyrics so many times. Because we were getting tripped up at home because we were like, oh, right, this is a clean version of the song. Or the like very topical version, because you talked about how it's the right time, but you chose the wrong person. That's been a lyrics we know of the song, but just to play that while the president was right there. Whoop.
Yeah, truly just amazing. Because so obviously if you're listening, yes, period. Obviously if you're listening to like Kendrick, generally speaking, you're going to hear a lot of explicit language. Yeah. And so the fact that he was able to like censor all of that so well, I was amazed. So
yeah, just
loved it.
Loved everything about it. Like I said, we didn't cover everything, but like we're gonna miss everything. But I hope folks understand that even if you don't like it, like you said, Kirsten, I just think that there's a way to like pay respect to folks like doing this work, these artists and these human beings doing the work of like teaching us. Yes, that's so important.
And I'm sure that there will be a lot more content coming out, not from us, but from other people that are more qualified to speak on it. And we would ask that you go and listen to that as well, because I know I will be.
Oh my God, I love it.
Kate, can I say one more Super Bowl thing? Which I hate to be constantly bringing up Taylor Swift. I'm so sorry. Why did they boo her like that?
I mean, first of all, I will start with that's third. First, I want to say that I just think that people are like annoying and racist, or not racist, but like are annoying misogynists. I mean, not racist. Misogyny, number one.
Period.
Second, I would say is like a lot of folks are just like, I don't know if annoyed, whatever word, negative, annoyed, whatever synonym you want to use, with like how much they turn to Taylor Swift, right, during these games. Usually.
Yeah, but they don't turn, like I barely saw her.
Not for the Super Bowl, just usually. Trump, has said it too. It's just, so I think there's like some irritation there. And thirdly, Eagles fans were everywhere, and Eagles fans do not have no chill.
But Taylor Swift is originally an Eagles fan. Like, she only cheers for the Chiefs now because of Travis Kelce. She's from
that would actually
Pennsylvania, and she even has a song about her Eagles T-shirt hanging on the door.
Helping her case. That's actually worse.
Like, I think, like, this was the thing where I feel like she was at the sports event being like, even if I lose, I win, because I'll be happy no matter the outcome.
Yeah, I fear that would also irritate me. I would not boo another woman. Never, and not in for the Brittany Mahomes' ass probably. But
yeah, I would boo Brittany Mahomes too.
I'm not booing Taylor. But all I will say is, if there was an Oklahoma fan who all of a sudden I was dating a Longhorns, and now she's like only, at Longhorn games, only. Yeah, it would bother me. I'd be like, you ain't shit. Like, that's crazy.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally
and I
fair.
think Philly fans are brutal. Like, there's a reason that they grease those poles so that Philly fans don't find them. And guess what? They still do.
The NFL official Facebook page posted the meme that's like the illusion of like self-control or whatever, and it's like where there's the wall down the middle. Yes. And on one side it said Eagles win the Super Bowl, on the other side it said Eagles lose the Super Bowl, but then at the end of the hall it said the city of Philadelphia gets destroyed. The NFL shared that.
It's unfortunately true. Shout out Philly. Listen, shout out Isaiah. I messaged him, another like winner.
Yes.
So many Philly fans. I appreciate it. I was supporting Green yesterday. I'll tell you that. Okay.
I was as well. People might be confused because I am a Taylor Swift fan. I'm not a Chiefs fan. Taylor Swift can't make me care about football. But a team,
that part,
potentially so many declining to go to the White House that Donald Trump gets mad and then they all get uninvited. Now that is something I can root for. So here we are.
How hot they all are.
And so true. Damn. They really do have the advantage in that category. And what was Patrick Mahomes doing with his mouth guard literally the entire game?
He does that all the time. So
I was repulsed.
Yeah.
No, I was so repulsed. I was like, put it back in your mouth or spit it out. Like, you've got to pick. This is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. Steph Curry too. So it's just a thing.
It was triggering me because it was reminding me of like oftentimes hockey players are missing teeth, so they'll have like a little like retainer that sticks in to fill in the gaps. And the number of times I've been out like at a bar, when I was in university, where like you meet a hockey player and they're like trying to impress you by like taking out their retainer with the fake teeth. And it's like nobody's impressed. Maybe Lavina would be impressed. Not me.
Like the Kool-Aid man buzz into this pot.
She's punching air right now. But okay, that's all I have on sport.
No, I love it. Yeah, like I said, I just feel like hot people win, and I love that for me. That's all.
Some good things do still happen.
Okay, and the thing is, there is a timeline where Beyonce won Album of the Year, and now the Eagles won. So I don't know what that. Again, I feel like it's getting very political, but here we are.
The world is political. Deal with it.
Yeah, my existence is okay. But let's get into two light, funny, ridiculous.
Yes,
I'm so excited. Okay, so I have been introduced to Onijah Robinson, and I'm sorry if I am not saying her name correctly, but it's fine. This is a 33-year-old woman. Okay, who is American, and who has traveled to Karachi, Pakistan, in October last year to meet and marry this man named Nidal Ahmed, a 19-year-old Pakistani man.
Oh, I'm sorry, 33 and 19, you said?
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that, personally speaking.
Yeah, she tried to swerve in the corner. Anyway.
Not the swerve.
The cougars. Oh my god.
Okay. So she went in October
and she got rejected. Okay. Not Siri talking. Siri said that.
The number of times I have to be like, Siri, I wasn't talking to you. I'm sorry. So she gets to Pakistan, and
so
the family is like, no.
Yeah, correct. His family is like, no, no. And of course, her 30-day visa then expires in November, but she refuses to leave the country. And that is how she went viral.
No, but like, I thought they could make you leave the country. Like, if they know where you are, like, if you're going viral on TikTok, can't they escort you out of the country? I don't
Yes,
understand.
this is where, like, I think Pakistanis have been, like, very caring toward her, which is what happened.
Okay, well, that's
So
beautiful.
local media have like gotten involved. Pakistani outlets have like talked about how, she's like doing all this. So here's why, to me, she like has gone nuts, and I like want to play this clip. So bear
Oh,
with me,
okay.
everyone. But during her extended stay, she's done press conferences, and she has said that she is now going to be the reason to fix Pakistan.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. So she talks about her plans, all right? And this is her.
Please sit down. Be quiet. I'm not sitting down. My plan is to reconstruct this whole country, okay? I'm asking for 100K or more. I need 20K by this week, okay? In my pockets, in cash, okay? That's a demand to the government. The government is gonna fix up these buildings, fix up the streets, and clean up these streets. It's ridiculous out here. I do not like it. Okay? I would love for you guys to please understand that Pakistan is in need of new buses, new cabs, new cars. Please listen to what I'm saying. My name is Onijah Ahmed. Please understand.
So she like is standing by this man who again seems like a leader in the community, and she's telling him to shush.
No, but so which government is she asking money for?
Pakistan.
And in what currency is that money supposed to be in? And
USD. She says $5,000 USD.
why? And so, I've never been to Pakistan, so I can't, speak to the issues that the everyday citizens are experiencing on the ground there. I'm not one to say whether a country needs to be fixed or not when I know literally nothing about it. But even if it did require this, why would it be her?
That's the tea.
Hello?
Yeah, and then she goes, I need $2,000 or more every week, and that's just for myself. I just need that for myself, and then I'm gonna help Pakistan.
So, okay, no,
No, I'm telling you. And then there's so many bizarre videos of Onijah just like doing all of this, and she's constantly like on the news. Then there's one video of her with like the police, like her and the women, and like now she like has like a gang of people with her just living the best life. And there's videos of her being like, I'm just waiting for my man to love me.
No, but Kate, but how is she doing this? Because obviously the government's not getting. Where's the money coming from?
Vibes. I think like Pakistani people are very giving, especially to like strangers. So I just wonder if like people just
oh my
took her
god,
in.
no,
Like, that's all I can think of.
But why would you give and be so generous to someone who's just literally being horrible?
I don't know, because then she's like, I'm gonna move to Dubai, and that's how I'm gonna help Pakistan.
Well, and allegedly she is in Dubai.
Yeah, she
now
has left Pakistan. She is outie 5,000. But what is happening, bro?
I was getting so many posts pushed to me about like, oh, this woman
Yes.
won't leave, and I was just kind of scrolling by because I was like, sounds like some mental health issues, but I guess I should have been stopping because this is much messier than I had thought it was.
That's just one video I had to play because like I cannot explain to y'all. You know what I mean? Like you just had to hear what she's saying.
Oh my god.
Like the nuts. And I just want to say, like, shout out Pakistan, because they're just letting this woman run wild. They said she was trying to run that country like the military.
She said, here's the budget. Let me fix it.
Yeah. She said 100K. You know what? And it's true. Like $100,000 US dollars would go a long way in Pakistan. And it's same in India too.
Yeah, but she'd be using it for herself.
But
So
she said no, 100,000 for Pakistan and then 20K for me.
oh, okay. Wow, what a generous charitable queen.
Correct.
Because again, that's something that I think obviously we have a lot of American listeners to this podcast primarily. And I think the Canadian listeners, which we do have a lot of as well, would understand a little bit more. But it's like this American obsession with USD is so annoying. Like, I live in a community where we do get a lot of tourists, and the cruise ships often stop here with a lot of Americans on board, and they will get mad if they can't use their US currency. Some places will accept US currency, but your change will be in Canadian dollars, and they will just take it at par. Because what? Do they have a little currency exchange in the back of every restaurant? Obviously not. And then Americans will get so mad when they get their change in Canadian dollars. They will throw fits. I saw a TikTok of an American woman who moved to Canada, actually. They got the results to the election happened, and she and her wife said, we're out, and they're literally in Toronto now. Like, they got a good immigration path. They are in the country. And she's like, yeah, people are saying it's more expensive here. And she uses, like, the cost of a pair of, like, Timberland boots in Canada versus the USA. And then she talks about how in Canada, it was actually cheaper because the conversion rate on her credit card actually made it this much. And it's like, nobody gets paid in USD here. We get paid in Canadian. Like, people are like, oh, well, that condo is expensive, but it's in Canadian dollars. Bitch, we get paid in Canadian dollars. This is our life. And this is how I'm sure every other country on earth also feels when it's like, you go to Mexico and instead of pesos, people are bringing the US dollars, which, like, I know that there's some talk back and forth on if that's preferred or not, but I think people in general prefer to not have to go to a currency exchange as part of their day-to-day life. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone.
Oh my God.
But enough. Why would it be USD in Pakistan?
Listen, she said, run me my check, baby. And I can't, I tell you, I just cannot stop laughing.
Why would the government there even have that much USD? What are we doing?
Why would they? Who are you?
Well, yeah, and why would they pay it to you even if they were like, because obviously I'm not saying that the government doesn't have like the equivalent of that much money. It wouldn't be in USD.
And like just the cash to give it to you.
Yep. To this random 33-year-old woman who wants to marry a 19-year-old against the wishes of his family and presumably himself. Like, did she catfish him? Did he know she was 33?
It seems like it, yes. It was known.
See, these are the people that should be on 90 Day Fiancé.
The fact that 90 Day wasn't contacted about this, shame.
They let her slip through the cracks. Crazy.
Just
nasty word.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. I feel like I got really mad there, and
I love it.
I'm gonna bring it down. I'm so sorry. Is there anything else
this week that said that to me
about Ms. Robinson?
No, Miss Robinson is back. Apparently, had boarded a plane to New York, so she is back. But I just find this to be very funny. So
how much do you think she'll need to fix New York City?
Well, fix the rat problems in New York. How about that?
Anytime someone mentions the rats in New York, all I can think of is that audio from like the like sanitation worker who was like
the rat czar.
Also, why don't call everyone czars in America? What are you doing?
What is this obsession? They say they like hate Russia, but then anyway.
And then they call them czars. And then they're like, Canada, you need to have a border czar. And we're like, we don't do that. But okay, I guess we'll call him that. We already have one of those.
I just couldn't stop laughing. I'm sorry. It's just like the fact that there's a rat czar in New York. What y'all got going on in New York?
I mean, I'm not well traveled. I'll be the first to admit that. Mm-hmm. There are not many places that I see as someone who's mostly been to Canadian cities where there are just bags of trash on the side of the road. No one like... I live in a port city, and I have seen like one rat in my life. I know there's rats here, but they don't impact me the way they seem to. I don't know. There's also a lot more people to like take care of Benu. Like I understand, but
Oof.
maybe go fix the rats. Be the new rat czar instead of colonizing Pakistan.
Imagine. Okay, she's like, and Mayor Eric Adams, I'm gonna need 100.
Who knows? He might give it to her. You never know.
You know what? He's crazy, so we'll know. But anyway, let's move to our last story because it's so funny that we cannot push it to next week, and I'm sorry.
This is a longer mess magnets, and you're welcome,
Yes.
everybody.
You had Brice. Hey, just okay. We're winning. Me and the Eagles. Anyway, so first of all, I'm on Twitter because this story, like the link is on Twitter, and it's just I keep seeing all these Eagles players on my timeline.
And you told me not to click it, right?
So you don't know Montoya Por Favor.
I don't know. I have no idea what this is. So I didn't click it.
Oh my!
Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
You are going to die. All right, I'm trying
Rest
to
in
figure
peace,
out how
me.
to do this. So wait.
Okay, you got it.
All right, so yes. So let's talk about Montoya. All right. So here's what we've gathered. Montoya is and his girlfriend are from the Spanish version of Temptation Island.
And which, of course, I'm very familiar with Temptation Island, as myself and Megan Morgan covered over on the Hot Dummies on Islands podcast feed. But I'm not familiar with Temptation Island Spain's game.
Yes. So, La Isla de las Tentaciones. And I obviously butchered that. So, anyway.
Oh, wait, should I explain what Temptation Island is for the people who don't know?
Quickly. Yeah,
okay, so Temptation Island, it's like 4 couples, heterosexual couples. The 4 men go live in a house with 20 single women. The 4 women go live in a house with 20 single men. They date the singles to, quote, test their relationship and see if they're really meant to be. And every episode, everyone gets to see a video of what their partner has been up to without them. And on the US version, they now have a light that goes off in your house if someone is cheating at the other house, but you don't know who the person cheating is. You just know the light came on.
Oh my God.
I know.
Outrageous.
It's literally diabolical, but also you'd have to be so dumb if you're in a legitimate relationship and you want to go on that show.
Yes. So the thing is, I cannot show the whole video, like the actual video.
Okay. I'm so excited. Should I just watch it?
Yeah. So what's going on is that Anita and Montoya are obviously now split up, right? Anita is with the single man. Montoya is with the girls. And like Kirsten was saying, in one of the video ceremonies, this happened.
And yet they will always show the worst possible thing that you could see.
So I'm going to show it because Kirsten has not seen it. So
I'm so excited. Oh my God. This is so special.
You have to watch it. And I'm going to try to share. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And
yeah, to like Rob has a podcast YouTube for this action.
All right. Hopefully you can hear it. I don't know. You hear?
Yep, we can.
Oh, wait. I did the wrong one.
That's okay. That's okay.
Wait. Is this not it? Nope. So this is her finding out. Sorry.
That's okay.
This is it.
Hello?
He just found out what she's doing. He kicked her. He's now taking the tablet. He's now taking the shirt off. And look. Wait, stop sharing.
That's fine. If they can show it on TV, we can show it on YouTube.
So do you hear her say, Montoya, por favor? So that is how the viral Montoya, por favor.
Montoya, por favor.
Because he sees her cheating. So he sees her, kissing a guy in the hot tub. The guy is like playing the banjos on her ass.
Yes. And let me be clear.
Yes.
Am I a bad person for liking Temptation Island? Maybe.
No.
But, however, more cheating makes a better season of Temptation Island. Right. So thank you to that man for playing bongos on her butt.
Yes, so he plays bongos, right, on Anita's butt, right? Then he obviously crashes out. And this is the first crash out. Then now Montoya and Gabriella, okay, like Gabriella is a single in his villa, have like a dance. All right, a dance. So now after watching that footage, Anita is crashing out. So
Yes.
Anita runs off in from the island, and she's just like running away. Again, it's just running away seems to be part of their relationship. Now, then she starts going crazy. All right. Anita feels betrayed. Now, Montoya, is like acted out of revenge, right? That's what people are trying to tell her. And he claims that, maybe Montoya should have spoken to Anita instead of maybe taking a step further with Gabriella. But whatever. Anita then.
No, but they can't talk to each other also is like a key component of the show.
Yeah. So then Anita and Manuel have sex. Like full sex.
Revenge cheating is a huge part of Temptation Island.
And I don't know how to explain this to y'all, but while this penetration is happening,
Not penetration.
they're showing Montoya the live feed.
The live feed?
Is what it feels like.
Okay, well that would not be typical of the show to have an actual live feed, but they will show full intercourse on that show.
We showed, I don't know what we can show on.
I don't think we should mess around with it. But like
him crashing out. But yeah, just watch on your own time because it's spliced in with with penetration. It's like we're not going to show that on this podcast.
I'll watch it myself later.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's incredible.
Crashes out so bad that he then runs to the girls' villa. While the host again is like, Montoya, por favor.
They should not be. He shouldn't be allowed to even get to the other villa, but whatever.
Literally, he runs like that. No one could catch him. And then Anita, of course, says like she's done with him. Blah blah blah, all this stuff. And then she runs after him and says we should leave together.
Okay, well, I just think if they really cared about each other, they would not have gone on Spanish Temptation Island.
Oh my god. So,
wow.
Yeah, then he like answered because they're like, how do so that they've obviously doing a like live reaction of him, and he's like, what would you do if the love of your life is in bed with someone else? Like, basically like defending his crash.
Yeah, but what would you do if you were going on a show where you knew that could happen? Exactly. What do you mean?
Exactly.
Like you quite literally signed up for this.
Yep. And there's at SYMPLY Broad on Twitter has now the English subtitles.
Incredible.
Yeah, so with Montoya running to the girls' villa. And he's like, I've been torn apart. And he's just screaming, I've been torn apart, while unfortunately she is.
No, stop immediately.
And the way they edit it is like they're showing both while he's running. And then in the middle of them having sex, she stops because she hears him screaming.
Oh my god. Okay, amazing.
Off of this man and goes downstairs to talk to him.
No, absolutely not.
Yes. And so if you were wondering why people are screaming Montoya. And the problem is, if I send you that, just know I'm gonna crash out and there's nothing you can do to help me.
Well, if you are crashing out, I will say, Montoya, por favor.
Then I'm gonna be like, you've torn me apart.
Okay, amazing. Right, I love it. That is that. Are you ready for an Anonymous?
Yes.
Okay, I've been saving this Anonymous for a while.
Yes.
I did put it in with the intention that I didn't know the Brice only had 15 minutes. And I would have loved his reaction, but I think your reaction will be just fine. I looked for it in our notes app.
Okay, just kidding. Then I lied. I've just read it this many times.
And I didn't.
Cool, then we have not.
Yeah, I literally searched because I had the same feeling, but I think it's just both of us read it so many times.
It has to be. It has to be.
Oh my god! And now my Google.
We know. I see it in.
You do?
June 28th of last year.
No. But I literally searched up
Yeah,
the word Denny's and it didn't come up. Okay, well,
Renee.
Okay, well, give me one brief. I think this is the most paused and resumed episode of Mess Magnets of all time. It's fine. Okay, so we have an Anonymous that we actually have not read before.
Correct.
My bad.
It was in 2 years. If this is the first time this has happened, chef's kiss.
Honestly, I'm impressed with us. So good. It's like we're coming up on our 3rd year of Mess Magnets, which is actually kind of crazy.
And we owe y'all. Oops, all Anonymous.
Well, we can't do it if they don't give us the mess. So again, tinyurl.com/messmagnets. Submit your mess, please. Okay, here is our Anonymous. So our messenger was in college, and this is one of their first dating experiences. They met a guy through a group of friends, or like they had the same group of friends as this guy. And from the first time they met, they were flirting and laughing. They spent the whole night, like evening together, hanging out the first time they met. And they ended up sitting on the back of his truck, talking and looking up at the stars. Very romantic, of course.
Yeah.
But our messenger is highlighting some red flags for us. So the red flag number 1. Our messenger should have noticed that he was trauma dumping, explaining his whole life, and then pressuring her to do the same, which she did refuse. Okay. He did ask our messenger out to go to the movies later the next week, and they agreed to go. The day of the date, he was like, hey, messenger, you have to pay for half of the date. And our messenger said, absolutely not. I will not be doing that. And she notes that as red flag number 2.
Right.
The day of, he decided that he did want to go on the date anyways, but he decided to bring his male best friend on the date as well. So, hello, red flag number 3. So, they went to a fast food chicken place and the movies as a trio. I don't know that counts as a date anymore, but okay. The movie was great, but they obviously never went out again after that.
Oh my God.
And again, they had mutual friends, right? They're in the same friend group.
Right.
A ton of people tried to pressure her into being his girlfriend, or at least call herself his girlfriend.
What's happening?
She said, I will not be doing that. An icon, this messenger.
Our messenger and has the juice. Is our messenger Kimberly from Sex?
Honestly, maybe. Except probably prettier. So they went their separate ways, obviously. 1 year later, he married another girl. Now this is in college, and I think early college.
Oh my God.
So he was looking for his wife, and he needed a wife who was going to pay half the bill.
He was there for his MR degree, baby.
You know, it's so rare that you see men in women-dominated fields like that.
Okay, and I love that for.
I wonder if they're happy, if the marriage is happy, but
yeah, please let us know. Find them on Facebook.
Oh my God, yes. Send us the update. Get on that Finsta. Find them. Let us know. Excellent. We would love updates. And I love this.
Yes. Are you kidding me? This is so funny. And I just, again, when girlies do it, we're so like, oh, this is cute. We love it. You know, she's trying to find a man. No. Men, stop. Stay in male fields. As Nene would say, stay out of women's business.
Why would a man be there?
We're so annoying. I love it.
Anyways, so that is our Anonymous. Thank you so much to our messenger for sharing. I love it. I love any sort of first date mess, any sort of college friend group mess. If this has brought up any memories of a mess that happened in your life, I'm begging you, tinyurl.com/messmagnets to fill it in. If you can't remember that, messmagnets.com has the link as well. Sorry, I hit my mic stand with my pen because I'm a mess. Submit your mess or I'll make that horrible sound again.
We do have new reviews, but I feel like we'll read them at the start of next week because they deserve, you know.
Oh my God, yay. New reviews. Yes. I can't wait to see them and hear them. That's amazing. And so thank you everyone for listening. Of course, shout out to Brice Izyah. He came on and was such a joy and a treat. Go listen to the Purple Pants podcast. I know he did Australian Survivor Issa Look with Shannon Gus as well this week. Go check that out. Just go support him. Get your tickets to the Brice and Wen Presents if you are going to any of those cities or can make it. And of course, please support us as well. Send in your Anonymess, messmagnets.com. Leave us a 5-star rating and review if you like the podcast. It is the best way to let other people know about the show. And Sasha, where can the people find you?
Listen, if you're looking, you can, of course, find me talking on RHAP's 15-year anniversary pod. It was already, it's released. I'm in part 1. I got my little 15 minutes of fame. And I talked with our bestie. So check that out over on Robinson Podcast. And again, on this YouTube channel right here. And I think that's it, really. I'll be around on the blue skies, on the everything. But for now, I'm chilling. I'm Mess Magnets. What about you, Kirsten?
Yes, you can follow me everywhere except Twitter at Kirsten Said What, which that includes Blue Sky, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, all of it. I did do an episode of Crime Scene last week talking about Scamanda, which is a great podcast and an interesting premiere of the documentary. And I think I'll be in one of these parts of the 15-year. I'm guessing it'll be part 2 based on the timeline kind of situation they're using, but I don't know which part I'm in. I'll be in one of them, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I won't give any more information than that. But thank you, everyone, so much for listening to our supersized Mess Magnets this week. We will be back next week to talk about whatever mess is going on in this world. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.